Mike Tirico, along with my partner Greg Olson, it's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go here in Baltimore. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
On the ground, here's Keaton Mitchell. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end likely downfield. First grab of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the first down with that one.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
On the handoff, running left is Henry. And the defense strings him out. He'll fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Forced to his right. He runs with it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now it's Jackson. Forced out wide. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? They'll go. It's Mitchell. He's going to have a Ravens first down by a good couple of yards. They get 3 on 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Now Jackson. Flush to his right. That one batted away in the end zone. Incomplete. Good coverage where you need it most. It'll be 2nd and goal.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. Jackson. That one to the end zone, but incomplete. He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. Now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
3rd and goal for Jackson. That one taken in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And we've seen this offense play at such a high level all season, Mike. There's no reason to expect anything different here in the playoffs. And now they can continue to let this crowd get into the game, turn the game over to their defense, let them play with a lead at home with the home crowd. And you're feeling really good about how the rest of this game can play out.
The extra point, up and good. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead here on Wild Card Weekend. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. It was Odafe Oweh to make the play.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Out of the gun, it's Howard. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Moving to his right. He'll try and get there on the ground. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
Those are the back-breaking plays defensively that you just can't allow. You have the quarterback dead to rights. You're about to get off the field, and instead, you let him turn into a runner, big play, and he picks up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st and 10, it's Howard. That's caught. It's Roman Wilson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the 1st down.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Howard. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down. From the gun, it's Howard. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll throw for it with Howard. And that's incomplete. They couldn't connect. And that's how this first quarter will come to an end. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10. That one is complete. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. To throw is Jackson. That one complete. It's Keaton Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8.
Quick.
2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Jackson. Exiting the pocket right. He'll tuck it and take off.
Yeah, that's a nice job. He's out of the pocket. He knows he doesn't need all that much for a 1st down. He's able to tuck it, get out of bounds, and keep this drive alive.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Here's the give to Henry running right. Able to slip one tackle, but not another. He'll be fortunate to get this one back to the line of scrimmage.
This is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. Rush to his left. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Here's Jackson. Incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down.
Field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Ravens will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? On the handoff, it's Johnson. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up the 5.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-happy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Working out of the gun, here's Howard. The second down throw is incomplete.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
It is third and long. Here's Howard. He's got his man complete to Johnson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big one there on third down. Good for 26 yards. Set to go now on first and 10.
Here we go, set. Cowboy 80.
To throw is Howard. That one caught by Wilson. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
They're going to go play action with Howard. He's got it at about the 8. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
On the set. Let's go now. 19, Buffalo 80.
Howard to throw again. This one batted away. It's incomplete.
He's got to do a better job using his eyes, Mike. He's just not manipulating the defense at all by looking off the defenders. And at this level of ball, if you just continue to stare down your primary read, you're going to lead the defenders right to the ball, and he's lucky this one just fell incomplete.
To throw again, it's Howard. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd and goal.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Two incomplete passes now lead to this 3rd down and goal. Howard back to the air one more time. He pulls it in around the 5.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
18, Pioneer. Mustang 19.
They're going on 4th down. Howard. And this will pay off. It is caught. DK Metcalf. And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
Ravens 10, Steelers 7. Will Lutz set to kick off.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
A first down throw for Jackson. That one caught by Lester. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Baltimore.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. Pass caught left side by Likely. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains, 19 for this one.
At the 33-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Sending it downfield for Likely. And he'll take it on in. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Ravens.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10. at their own 35-yard line.
Howard to throw here on first down. Moving outside the pocket, and that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. They'll throw on first down with Howard. Pass caught by Bond. The Steelers will use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
On second down, Howard. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it's going to bring up a third down.
It's not often you see a pass that's out of the reach of this guy. I mean, 50-50 balls tend to go his favor more often than not, but this one kind of gets away from him just a little bit and falls incomplete.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. We'll talk things over before third down. Out of the gun, it's Howard. That is caught at the 3. To the goal line and in. Roman Wilson. Touchdown, Steelers. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Steelers are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14.
Steelers 14.
3 seconds, all that remain in this first half. As that one's away. DeJounte Wester now to return it. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. One team advances. One team's season ends here. Second half underway in the AFC wildcard game. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Throwing on 1st and 10, it's Howard. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go.
handoff. Johnson is running right. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Two nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Off the play fake, here's Howard. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
2nd and 10. A run here with Johnson. And they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
And it's 3rd down.
They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Howard. One of the Ravens has it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery.
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. To the tight end, Likely. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Henry. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 15. 1st down, Baltimore.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. Village forward for maybe a yard. Keanu Benton there for the stop.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Jackson now on 2nd down. That one intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers will take over at their own 14-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
To throw it on 1st down is Howard. That one to the sideline is over everybody. But now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. Throwing again from his own end zone. And caught over the middle, it's Wilson. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
A 12-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, here's Howard. Right back to Wilson, he's got it again. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And the Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw is Howard. He'll swing this out to Johnson. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple.
Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 7. Throwing again. Howard. And he will take this one in. 72 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Steelers move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
And the pistol, Jackson ready. On the run to the right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On play action, here's Jackson. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Open right side is likely. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this AFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. To the air one more time with Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And he will score! Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Baltimore. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and the Ravens extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Now Howard on first down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On second down, a run with Johnson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a pickup of 12. That's a Steeler first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Throwing is Howard. That one caught by Wilson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Play action. It's Howard. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They get 21 on that one. Good for a Steeler first down. Throw that. That's going to wind up incomplete. But the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch. And in this case, what guys are unwilling.
That one knocked away in the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up third down now. Howard to throw again. Rolling right. It is dropped in the end zone. Isaiah Bond. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Hey, middle. Yeah.
A first down throw for Jackson. Flush to his right. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
13.
Second down, Jackson. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A pickup there of 28 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get...
And he will get into the end zone. That's Walker. Touchdown, Ravens.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They're going to go play action with Howard. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
A give, and here's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. That's a Steeler 1st down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. Next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On 1st down, right back to Johnson. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he'll finally be taken down at the Ravens' 8-yard line. They'll run here. It's 4.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
2nd down, goal to go. Johnson. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Steelers. Once for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Steelers have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Pass caught left side by Likely. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's another Baltimore first down.
Jackson now to throw on first down. Out to his right. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Again, it's Jackson. Short, complete to Likely. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
That is brought in at the 10. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. And they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the 4th. Here we go. First and goal. They'll run with Mitchell. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This is first and 10. From the gun, it's Howard. Now a shot here, deep middle. He's got it! And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. The Steelers will use one of their timeouts. Stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
51-yard game. First down, Pittsburgh.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Howard. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Second down, it's Howard. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
That's that shit, nigga.
expecting less from this game. We are going to get some more. Headed to overtime. So, overtime coming up. A reminder, the rules now are in line with the regular season with one large difference. Each team gets to possess the football once. After that time, its next score wins. Each team gets 3 timeouts. There's a defensive score. It's game over. All replay challenges come from upstairs. The one difference in the playoffs, we play as long as we need to determine a winner. Off the play fake, here's Howard. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And that'll be in and out of his hands. It's incomplete. Now after that last play, we have an injured Raven. This would be a big loss, and we'll see if he can continue here in the divisional round. They put Wilson in motion. They'll run. Johnson. It'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
They'll go again with Johnson. They get 15 on that game. Good for a Steeler first down.
Typically in a third down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass. But give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go, sack. Check.
On the give, it's Johnson. Has some room inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. That one good for 26 yards.
First and 10.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They put Wilson in motion. First and 10, and here comes 4. And he's in. Jerome Ford. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Greg, exactly the way you want to handle it when you get the ball to start overtime.
Absolutely, Mike. You want to strike first. You understand the defense is wearing down. It's been a long game. Now you are one stop away from getting out of here with a huge win.
So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here.
The same fucking show, garbage.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Forced to his right. Now deep ball for Bateman. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Jackson now on second down. There's that man again. Another catch. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
He's going to have that first down. Gain of 6 as they convert on third down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Jackson up top again. Forced out left. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
At some point, you would just like to see that internal clock start to speed up. The longer the play goes on, the more vulnerable you become as the quarterback. Get rid of the ball, but no matter what, you have to avoid the sack.
Hey, middle.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Moving left, taking off. Whoa! Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down front.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback, just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Now Jackson on fourth down. That's taken in, and he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. It was as tight a game as anyone could hope for. It took overtime to find a winner, but they will advance in these playoffs. And